Ian and Massacre here. Hi again. Oh,
Hi guys.
it's actually quite a nice day today.
Yeah.
It's warm, calm, the wind is gone and things,
Yeah.
and we're glad to be here.
As usual,
What we're going to talk about?
how we've managed to keep going as an interracial and intercultural couple, as husband and wife, from single life to married life.
Yeah, so much.
So much changed really.
Been a few things that we've come across since we've met, and obviously Massacre comes from Uganda. One of the things that came to mind for me was the difference in the kitchen, the cooking methods that Massacre used to use across in Uganda. At the beginning anyway, we both needed to be patient till you got used to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it must have been frustrating for you as well, you know, not knowing what sort of setting to put things on and things like that, and
I wasn't experienced enough in that area, so it was like a learning process altogether. Changing to European food is not like strange to them, whereas for me on my side, I was only mostly used to my African food. So I'm thankful to my husband that, you know, he noticed that from the beginning. And we had to find a way. We found an African shop. As I'm getting used to the food here, I can also have a bit of the African food once in a while. And how to prepare your food, it was really patience. So I would think that this is very common with intercultural, interracial couples, when you have to get used to certain foods, like a Japanese would marry an American, or
and they have to get used to each other's cuisine.
Kind of food that, you know, you're not used to eating or you've not been used to cooking. So yeah, but we found a common ground for that.
And do you like chips now?
We have chips in Africa.
A bit more to come across here. Cook
Chicken and beef, rice, bread and soups. Not very much used to like desserts. If somebody's going for a proper meal here, you have starters and then the main course, like main meal, and then later on again dessert, like a big cake, a sweet cake. So there is a lot of sugar taking here, whereas it's different back home. As long as you have your matoke, granite sauce, things go well that way.
And I think like maybe the different foods as well, going shopping, because we sort of shop day by day really, don't we? Rather than buying like weekly or monthly shoppings. I think mostly probably because I got used to doing that as a single guy, and we've just carried it on going. But we do like our little walks up to the supermarket. I think maybe that's why it is. Gives us some exercise.
We enjoy our walks to the shopping centers, and it's all the same back home. Like you just go to a stall and buy food stuff and things on a daily basis.
Because things are more fresh, aren't they?
Things are more fresh. The other thing is minding our business really. Of course, can't say that people don't see the difference in color when we are maybe walking or somewhere together. You know that some people will take it well and other people might not take it well, depending on how they see things. But we tend to not put our focus on that at all.
Our age difference, difference in colour, and I don't feel that anybody's given us any prejudice. I've not felt that from anyone anyway. And everyone that you've met from here have made you feel really welcome, I think.
People have been very friendly.
You've even got people from my work, ladies there. You've got them on your phone book already and things.
I do feel that these days people are more understanding, accepting, let me say that. That's why we don't feel any different now. It's a good thing.
It's a good thing, yeah.
And the other thing is that we both love to depend on God. We've learned to pray together as a couple, and we don't understand we usually run back to God. We pray together, so that has also kept us going.
This can happen very, very easily when if you're tired and you know, if you're hungry, even like
Yeah, you know, or you've had a very
you're
bad
just
day at
feeling
work.
irritable at work or something like this, like, or if maybe you've not got a great night's sleep because you're feeling a bit tired and things.
Yeah.
Just when you've got misunderstandings between you and things like this, and we aren't able to communicate these things with each other straight away. One of us will usually say, "Can we pray?" You know, and we do. We just go and get on our knees and pray. And I don't know about you, but I always feel that things are going to get sorted after that.
You feel the peace after that prayer. That's how I feel.
Because we're human and we're weak and we can't always communicate things perfectly the way we would like. We might have something on our mind, but the other person isn't always going to take things the way that we're trying to mean them. And I think just the fact that we've got that opportunity to pray and to, it's almost like taking a step back, isn't it? You know, and like reflecting and deciding, okay, well, maybe this needs a bit of time, maybe, you know, we can calm down about this or whatever, like, you know, because
I do think that even the marriages that are of the same culture, some tribes, same everything, they still face, you know, all these things.
challenges, people coming together.
We've been single for so many years. So just adjusting to married life, it takes a lot,
I think one thing I would like to talk about as well is truly, you know, the way that we're brought up, you know, in the different countries. Here in the UK, we tend as parents to, the most part, we're sort of taught almost to give our children affection, you know, to build them up, to give them hugs, hug them when they want a hug, and things like this. And so you have that natural closeness, I think, between parents and children. But in Uganda, I was quite surprised to find that on the whole, on the whole for Ugandan fathers, it's not seen as culturally normal to hug your children. And is this true for most Ugandan fathers?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get that, no. You don't get that as an African
get
girl,
it.
no.
You only get it when you're young. I don't know if it just comes naturally or because it's not our culture. So you take it to be a normal thing for your father not to even hug you, tell you I love you.
Even when you come to visit him after a while and when you say cheerio, no hugs, no.
It also depends on the culture because we speak so many languages in Uganda and we are a mixture of cultures in Uganda. For example, I talk about two cultures. The Buganda people kneel down to show respect to their elders. If you bow and your mom touches or your dad touches your back, it shows love. For some tribes, just giving a background of that, but the main point is
affection are more out the front. We're affectionate to each other, we give each other hugs.
And they kiss in public, they hold hands in public, which is not very common in Africa. We are talking about intercultural differences and things and how we are managing. He had to be patient with me on many issues of that kind. So PDA in Africa is kind of like we are shy, and that might be misinterpreted by a person if they're not taking the time to understand the differences. It may bring a lot of tension here and there. That's how sometimes things are. But anyway, we are managing.
She came across July 14th, and we got married on July 21st.
And they told us to kiss in church.
And we went to kiss in church.
It was our first kiss, actually. We kept our first kiss for our wedding day.
What else? I just make the decision. Did you just follow me?
Yeah, in our house, my husband's been the provider and the main decision maker. And I'm a mother and a wife in the house. Because we had talked about it before. But we don't rule out the fact in case he retired and thought, let's think of something to do together as a business. We could still work together in other fields, but For now, we just want a home where the parents can give more attention to their children, have the time to give them the kind of values that we would like our children to adopt. So it's very important to us.
Where they've got time with mum and dad, be there for them as they're, finding the little personality and the character in this world.
Yeah.
And you have come to a new country as well. Absolutely, like nothing, nothing that you're used to.
Yeah.
The culture and everything else. You've got so much to learn being over here.
Yeah.
And I think, to go straight into a job doesn't give you time to sort of settle down and to find yourself here. You know what I mean? Find your your feet here and be confident in where to go for certain things at the shop, and you can enjoy maybe meeting up with some other ladies in the church or whatever, like, you know what I mean? And you've got that freedom at the moment to do that, you know what I mean? So
yeah, it's a lot to learn when you're just from Africa. Things are done differently. You have to know how to navigate through, like use Google Map and things.
When you go shopping and you're having to scan your own items and things, paying that with your card. If it doesn't swipe properly, then you've got to put the card in, and that's something you're not used to.
It's just a lot. Thankfully, I've had chance to get to learn at my pace, which is something that I can't take for granted.
So we'll just cut it short. See you soon. Bye.